Hey guys, it's Joseph. I am here filling in for Miss Paula while she is taking some time to do some vacationing with her grandkids. And it is truly a joy and an honor to be with you guys again today. And we're going to be making a beautiful summer corn salad soup. It's going to be delicious and it's simple and so nice and easy to make for summer. Great for a weeknight meal. And I think you guys are going to enjoy this very much. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our pot and turn it on. Let's see. We're going to do this one and we're going to take some pancetta and render down the fat. This is a cured bacon that's Italian. If you don't have access to pancetta, you can use just regular bacon. That would be fine. And what we're going to do is we're going to take maybe about 5 to 7 minutes just to render this down until it becomes brown. Okay, so now we've just browned our pancetta. As you can see, it's beautiful golden brown. And now what we're going to do is slice up some red potatoes. I love red potatoes in soup because it still holds its shape while it cooks down, but it has a delicious buttery flavor that I think pairs really well with the corn. And so we're gonna just slice this and add this in, and you don't really need to brown it. We're just going to coat the potatoes in the fat from the pancetta, which is just gonna be extra delicious. Remember, we've mentioned in our other videos, fat equals flavor. And this is just one of those things that's gonna make it taste absolutely delicious. And so, like I said, we're not gonna let that brown. We're gonna just turn it up a little bit just so that it can keep cooking down. And we're also going to add in a little bit of chopped green onion. You can keep some of this onion for a garnish on the top of it, but I like to do just fresh herbs on the top of it. But again, it's up to you if you want to add a nice little fresh onion flavor on the top. Once it's done, you can do that. So this is the only onion that's going in here. You could add like fresh yellow onion if you want, but I think the green onions are pretty mild and it adds just a nice subtle onion flavor, because you want the corn to be really the star of the show here. And so we're now just gonna let this brown a little bit and cook down for a minute. And then we're going to add in our chicken stock. Okay. And now we're gonna add in our chicken stock. And we are also going to add in our white cream corn. Now, in the South, they have these wonderful cream corns in this log that you can get in the frozen section. It's silver queen corn, which I've heard Miss Paula say many, many times is the best corn. And I actually agree. This is absolutely delicious. It's one of my favorite things to use when I'm down here in the South. And so if you don't have access to this, like, you know, I'm from Baltimore and I live in Los Angeles, but we do not have this in our grocery store readily available like they do in the South. So you could use a really good quality cream corn that's canned. Just, you know, do your research and find one that's really, really good and delicious. And so we're going to just add this in, and I'm actually going to just poke a hole in it. And we're going to put it here in this little jug that we used our chicken stock in. And then we're going to add this beautiful, beautiful corn right into our soup. And this is just going to cook down for a few minutes. Okay, let's add this in. We'll clean up the mess later. Okay, and so now we've just added all of this in. We're gonna let this reduce maybe for the next 15, 20 minutes, just until the potatoes become cooked down and the soup actually becomes just a little bit thick and reduce, and we'll be right back. Okay, and just to gild the lily, we're going to add some delicious heavy cream into this as well. And that's just gonna make it super luscious, delicious. And we're also going to add a couple tablespoons of butter. You might think it already has enough fat from the pancetta, but The butter just adds another level of solidity to as well the salted butter. Because right now, as you can see, we have not added any salt to this. And so we're going to add our salt and pepper more towards the end because we want to do a taste check first, and then we will be able to test the seasoning and see what we need to add. And so we're just going to let this cook down again for the next 15-20 minutes, and then we'll plate it and show you the finished product. Okay, so now you can see that our soup is beautifully done. It is thin because it is a summer soup. You know, in the summer, you don't want really thick, hearty soup because it's hot. But if you do want it a little bit thicker, then you can add a little bit of cornstarch, make a little slurry with that, or you can just use some flour, a little bit of Wanderer flour, and then that would thicken it a little bit. But like I said, because it's summer, you don't want it super duper thick. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to plate this up, and I'll show you guys how to garnish it. I want to make sure I get plenty of corn and potato. This is absolutely exquisite. This is a great dish to serve to as well, like at a dinner party. If you wanted a nice first course that is light, that showcases fresh, delicious local vegetables. If you have corn in your area, this is a good dish to create for your guests. Okay, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to garnish it with a little bit of our delicious fried pancetta. I'm also going to add a dollop of creme fraiche just to, again, gild the lily a little bit. And then what I like to do is just take a little bit of fresh dill and put that there. And then if you want, you could add just a couple leaves of parsley. This is really fancy for a dinner party. So yeah, if you're doing it on the weeknight, you can not do it this way, but I'm real bougie, so I would do this just for myself. And now we're going to taste. What I am going to do though is I'm going to add a little bit of fresh black pepper. I think black pepper goes really good in this. And we're going to give this a taste. See how beautiful it's thin, but you can actually see the texture of the corn. You can see the green onions. You can see the potatoes. And so I just like to take a little bit of the creme fraiche, a little bit of the pancetta. It's a perfect bite. Oh my God. It is fantastic. I think this is a recipe that you guys will enjoy very, very much. Again, super easy, wonderful for summer. And I hope you guys really enjoy it and love it. Best dishes.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.